Well, hello, family, friends, fellow YouTubers. I want to thank you so much for visiting Things in Town Gardening and also Bella's Legacy Rabbitry. Excuse the noise. Leanna's getting cookie plates out. So today's video, and I'm going to try to do this a really short video. We're going to make some bunny treats. I had shared in a video, I think it was when we did the apple treats, that Leanna had a recipe that she was going to share on what we do the bunny treats. Our indoor bunny gets most of these. She gets one a day. Leanna says 2 a day. I didn't realize that. One in the morning, one in the evening. That's right. She's not real fond of the apple treats anymore. She's a spoiled bunny. So anyways, Leanna has all the ingredients ready to mix this all up. So I'm going to aim the camera down there so you can see. She'll explain it all out, and we'll get started. So be right with you. Okay, so here's the ingredients, and Leanna's going to share. Now, there's a couple things in here that you have to make sure this is what you're going to have, and I'm going to let her speak that through. So here's my beautiful bride, Leanna.
Okay, so we're going to take a half a cup of Quaker Oats, which I ran through the
coffee
grinder so that it's all nice and powdery.
Here's a coffee grinder, and you can get those Walmart.
Anywhere.
Actually, you could probably get those at a flea market or yard sale. I've seen them often.
And we got a half a cup of ground up pellets. He saves the dust for me, but if you don't have the dust available, you can use regular pellets and just run them again through the coffee grinder. Half a cup of those. Half a cup of 100% pure pumpkin. I got in a can.
Now, this isn't pumpkin pie mix because you don't want the spices and stuff in it.
Nope. Pure pumpkin. And then we have a half a cup of mushed up bananas. I'm just going to throw it all together. And then we're going to take 2 teaspoons of honey.
You know, for those that raise bees, you've got 100% pure honey. That is something that I wish that I had here, although I am allergic to bees. But I would love to have our own honey.
This is really thick.
Really thick?
Really thick.
Now, as she's measuring that out, with these bunny treats, keyword treats, this isn't something that you're going to want to give your rabbits a lot of. 1 a day. Now, like I said, Satin does get 2.
But she's spoiled.
She's spoiled. She decided she doesn't like her apple treats anymore, so she gets 1 in the morning, around 7 o'clock in the morning, and then again 7 o'clock in the evening.
So we're going to mush this all together. And it's going to stink to high heaven. It does not smell good in any way, shape, or form. And that's all there is to it for ingredients. It's got 5 ingredients.
I mean, they just throw those bags, and it bothers me because those of you that have rabbits, you know that they're not going to...
Paper. Paper. Paper.
You know rabbits aren't going to eat those. So I've just gotten tired of saying anything, so I don't. So now what she's doing is rolling it out, flattening it out.
You don't have to use parchment paper, and I don't at the end, but I started out that way because it makes a big mess. It sticks to your roller. And I try to get it about 1/4 of an inch thick. You can smell bananas.
Definitely smell the bananas.
You can smell the grain too.
Any of you have smell-o-vision?
I don't think they want it. Ew. Okay. Then I take, you can use whatever you have, but I like to do little hearts. Sometimes I do stars. And I just cut away. And then they're going to go on to a baking sheet, a cookie sheet. And I'm going to cook them in the oven at 325 degrees Fahrenheit for a half an hour. After that half hour, I'm going to shut the oven off. I'm not going to open it. I'm just going to shut it off, and I'm going to let them sit there for an hour for them to dry. And then they're done. You just take them out and put them in a little cookie jar or whatever you have. I have a little cookie jar for satin. And that's basically it. After I get done cutting these, I'm going to have a lot of dough left over. So I'm just going to reflatten it and cut some more. And I just keep doing that till I run out of dough.
So while she's doing that, one thing I want to mention. Oftentimes when you've given these to your rabbits for the first time, they may take a hold of it and they may not do anything with it. Oftentimes out in the bunny barn, if they do that, what I'll do is I'll throw it into their J feeder. That gives them a chance later to try it. Sometimes, and even with the apple treats, most of our rabbits just love the apple treats. If I go out at 7 o'clock and Leanna hasn't, she might be finishing up dishes or whatever, they're looking for their apple treats. They don't care about the water. They don't care about their hay. They want those apple treats. They so look forward to it. But some of our rabbits, it's taken 2, 3, even 4 days before they'll really grab it. We have some, they expect you to stand right there and let them nibble on it. And they want you to hold it while you got other rabbits that are scurrying around trying to get their treat. So don't give up. Go 2, 3, 4 days. If they don't take it, just throw it in their feeder. They might, if you're doing it at night like we do, maybe throughout the night they'll grab a hold of it and chew on it. Now, you've got a half a cup of the grain dust, and because right now I'm feeding mostly 16, it's 16%. Even if, there might be some 18% in this too, because I've got nursing mothers. That's not going to hurt your rabbit. These are a treat, and you're mixing that up with the half a cup of oats. You're mixing it with your pumpkin mix, your honey, just a way of getting rid of the grain dust.
If you mix them up like that, just Reshape.
So when she's done with this, I'll show you when she puts it into the oven. And then I'll show you when it comes out of the oven. Now remember, you need to, and I'm going to have all the directions in the description box below. So if anybody wants to copy these and make for your own. At 7 o'clock, I'll have Satin out, our indoor bunny, and I'll show you just how much she loves those things. And she does. So be right back with you. Okay, so this is after she's got them all cookie cuttered out. How many did you get?
I ended up with 77.
77 bunny treats.
Could have made more, but it's, 8 or 10 more, but my pan was full.
Okay. So preheat your oven at 325. And we've got the timer set for 30 minutes. So she's going to put them into the oven.
There you go.
And we'll set the timer. And we'll be back in 30 minutes.
Well, okay.
Okay, well, they've been done for quite a while. Leanna and I took a trip to Bangor. There was some stuff that we had to get. Apples, for one, for the bunnies tomorrow. She's going to have to dehydrate some of those tomorrow. So, anyways, they baked for a half hour. As soon as the timer went off for that, Leanna shut the stove off, and we headed to Bangor. So they are definitely cooled down.
And here they are.
Bring this in a little closer. So those are what they look like. The other thing, these things are really crisp. So they're good for you can hear them. They're like hockey pucks. Good as far as getting the rabbit's teeth ground. They need things to chew on. One of the things I've mentioned, if you've got apple branches, that is a good thing for the rabbits to chew on. It's got minerals and stuff in it, and they love it. I really wish that I had gotten a bunch of them this spring when we had pruned the apple trees, but that's fine. So in just a few minutes, we'll show you how much Satin likes these. Be right back. Okay, so hello again. This is our indoor bunny, Satin. She's a Satin Mini Rex. And this little girl is spoiled, spoiled, spoiled. You can't go by the cage without petting her. And our humidity in the house is really, really low. We're like, it's either 29 or 30, I would imagine. And the static electricity, the sweater I had yesterday, every time I touched her, she got zapped. So she's smelling it. So here's one of those cookies. Easy. You get zapped, aren't you? You get zapped, I'm sorry. This cookie? That a girl. So you can hear crunch, 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 crunch. They love these. I can smell the bananas really strong. So, if you want to get a bunny treat for your rabbits, this is one of them. Now, Leanna's going to do another bunch here right off, and I'll do a video on that too. That will be with hay that's been ground up. And I've got some in a container that I saved up a while back. Is that good? So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I've been trying to do 2 updates a week. Click the like button. Helps the channel out. It's growing. It's growing. You know, if you want to share this with somebody else who has bunnies who might want to make some treats. Easy, baby. Love you guys. Everybody, you guys have a very, very Merry Christmas. Have a safe Christmas.